The parents of three-time NBA MVP Nikola Jokić, Branislav and Nikolina, instilled a humble upbringing in their son. In addition to his domination on the basketball court, the Denver Nuggets center is perhaps most recognized for his humility off it. He usually stays out of the spotlight and returns to ride horses in his homeland of Sombor, Serbia. Growing up in Sombor, Nikola was inspired by his parents, Branislav and Nikolina, in terms of interests and philosophy on life. On February 19, 1995, Nikola was born to Branislav and Nikolina, who had just welcomed Strhinja and Nemanja, Nikola's elder brothers. A small two-bedroom flat with their grandmother was home to three sons raised by Branislav and Nikolina, an agricultural engineer who maintained a horse stable in Sombor. Before guiding the Nuggets to an NBA title victory over the Miami Heat in the 2023 NBA Finals, Nikola talked to reporters about the support he has had from his family. "My dad, in particular, was always there to support me," the mother said. "He always believed that I was capable of more," he declared in a press conference. "My elder brother moved in with me and assumed that role when I moved to the other city. After that, we traveled to the US, where my brother Nemanja, who had previously resided here, met us. It was a pleasant trip all around." During an interview with Michael Porter Jr., his Nuggets colleague, on his podcast Curious Mike in 2023, Nikola disclosed that he intends to retire and lead a typical life with his family. Nikola stated, "My ideal self would be with my family, probably with my child, and spending the rest of the day with the horses." Here's everything you need to know about Nikola Jokic's parents, Branislav and Nikolina Jokić, from their Sombor days to their support of their son's NBA career. Nikola was raised in a modest environment. In Sombor, a tiny village in northern Serbia, he was raised by Branislav and Nikolina along with his two brothers and grandmother in a two-bedroom apartment. Nikola penned a piece about his childhood in Serbia in 2016 for the Players' Tribune. "Our apartment was quite tiny. The kitchen and bathroom were our two rooms. It was my dad, my brothers, my granny, and me," Nikola remarked. "The house was always packed. My brothers, who are actually cousins but are referred to be brothers in Serbia, also visited. We would frequently get into mischief, and the home would constantly be packed. As children, we were insane. We were cacophonously noisy." Although Nikola is the most well-known basketball player in his family, Nemanja and Strhinja, Nikolina and Branislav's first two kids, were also players. Even as a newborn, Nikolina saw Nikola's interest in and dedication to his brother's basketball games. "Yes, that is how my love for basketball began." In 2016, Nikola told the Denver Stiffs, "My mom said that even before I could remember, when I was still using a pacifier, I would just sit and watch my brothers play basketball. Even though they were also children, I adored the way they moved. I used to simply watch them for hours on end." Nikola's objectives in life are straightforward, according to Branislav: family, horses, and basketball. While his older brothers began hoops at an early age, Nikola decided to pursue his love of horses. In June 2023, Branislav told YNetNews.com, he started growing, both in height and in size, and he started to become aware that he could be a basketball player, but he had a great desire in those days. He would declare, "I want to be a horseman, Dad." And I used to tell him, "Son, you'll become a great horseman later, become a basketball player first." Even now, Branislav continues to encourage Nikola's passion for horses, and he even named his horse stable after Dreamcatcher, the black and white photo of Nikola being drawn by horses that hangs in Branislav's office. After his professional career ends, Nikola intends to pursue his lifelong dream of working with horses by becoming a trotting coach. According to Marca, Nikola said TV4, "My dream is to move back to Serbia and become a trotting coach. Regretfully, my nation ranks last in Europe for trotting. There are approximately 150 horses that start, and the process is quite intricate. It's still a lot of fun, though." Because American culture differs greatly from Serbian culture, Nikola frequently expresses how much he misses his native country. He admitted, "I'm homesick," to Bleacher Report in 2017. I'm itching to get home. Being the third child, I suppose I have a slightly deeper relationship with my parents than my brothers have. Since Nikola lives so far away from home, his mother occasionally pays him a visit and always makes sure to prepare some of her special Serbian cuisine. Strahinja and Nemanja, Nikola's brothers, are well known for their attendance and enthusiastic cheering at Nuggets games. But that all started with Branislav yelling his support for Nikola and his brothers during their formative years. Nemanja claims that Branislav is still very boisterous when he supports his son. When Nemanja's parents visited Denver recently, he told Bleacher Report, "Our dad is really passionate about watching the games," back in 2017. He yells and screams. Around him, no one sits. Ognjena, Nikola and Nadalija's daughter, was welcomed into the world in September 2021. Ognjena's name means fiery in literal translation, but it also has another connotation. In a 2023 interview with ynetnews.com, Branislav discussed how Nikola's daughter's name demonstrated his personal development. "I have a tale to tell you about Nikola." Ognjen Stojakovic, a Serbian coach for player development, was with him when he moved to Denver, according to Branislav. Because he made him work so hard, Nikola didn't like him. Ognjena was the name Nikola gave to his daughter upon her birth. He knew what the coach had done for him. Nikolina and Branislav desired to take a plane to Denver in order to witness Nikola raise the Larry O'Brien Trophy following the 2023 NBA championship. But they had to stay at home and take care of their stable of horses. "Someone had to look after all the horses here, so I skipped the NBA Finals. I was with my wife until the beginning of the fifth game of the championship series, and then I was by myself." Branislav told ynetnews.com, "I was too nervous. A wide range of emotions are present. All children aspire to do what my son accomplished. I regret so much not being with him at that precise moment." Speaking further, Branislav expressed his pride not just in Nikola's performance on the court, but also in the way he carried himself in the moments following his championship win. "His behavior immediately following the championship win was remarkable," the author said, alluding to his son's decision to high-five every Miami player. "He's always had those traits." Branislav went on, knowing the defeated, having empathy, being humble. "He was a good child all the time. It was made much clearer after his daughter was born. His top priorities are basketball, horses, and his family." Even though Nikola has seen all an NBA player in the US can experience, he is eager to return home to be with his family as soon as the season ends. Nikola stated that his first priority after winning the 2023 NBA championship was making sure he returned home in time for Serbian horse racing. "I race my horse on Sundays," Nikola said on NBA TV. "With the parade coming on Thursday, I'm not sure how I'm going to get there in time. Perhaps this Friday? I'm going to request a plane from Nuggets owner Josh Kroenke." During an interview with Bleacher Report in 2017, Nikola expressed his desire to return to Sombor after retirement, discussing his tight relationship with his family among other things. "After my career is over, I'm gonna go back there," Nikola stated. "It's really sluggish and doesn't happen very often, but you have everything you need. You have nature, a canal, and you can find tranquility outside of the city. I would just want to be somewhere where I can drive a car without a map. No place like home, may I say?" Something along those lines.